Hey y'all, welcome back Porch Cooking and Reminiscing. I'm Roger, and today Audrey's going to be with me, and she's going to be doing this recipe for y'all. So we're happy to have y'all here with us today.
Old dogs dreaming by the rocking chair, mason jar tea chilling in the evening air, sweet hickory smoke rising off the grill. Time stops cold while the porch sits still. Yeah, we're back porch cooking and reminiscing, a little bit of heaven that we're all just missing. Keep the stories rolling like the sun sinking low. That's the back porch life, baby, here we go.
The recipe we're going to do today is something that seems to be very popular at this time all across the internet. So we thought we'll try it out, see how it is. So what we're going to be making is called chicken pot pasta. It's kind of like a chicken pot pie, but not really. Y'all sit back, relax, get you something cold to drink, and we're going to get started on making this.
Hi, sweet potatoes. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be doing a new dish that I've not actually done before, but it looks pretty amazing. So we'll give it a try and see what we think. I'm starting off with 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'm using salted. And to that, I'm going to add 3 ribs of celery that I've diced up pretty finely. Actually, I need to turn my oven on first, about medium. And then I've got 1 medium-sized finely diced onion. And we're just going to cook this down until they get tender. It'll probably take me about 4 to 5 minutes once my heat gets crack-a-lacking really good. And I'm not going to salt or pepper it just yet. That's going to come in just a little later. I've done this about 8 to 9 minutes. You can sort of see it's kind of got a little brown color to it. And I cooked it on medium high, and now I've cut it down to about just medium. I'm going to add my frozen vegetables to this. First, I'm going to mention that I've gone ahead and cooked my 12 ounces of pasta. I'm choosing to use the white egg noodles just because I thought it would be really good as a pot pie. But you can use any kind of pasta you want. You just 12 ounces of it, cook it to your likeness or however you like it, and then drain it, set it to the side. So to my onions and celery, I'm adding 2 cups of frozen vegetables that I've thawed and drained. I'm just going to dump all that in.
And that's what? Peas, carrots, corn?
Yeah, this is peas, carrots, and corn. I didn't get the one with green beans. I wish I had it, but I wasn't thinking at the time when I was at the grocery store because green beans would have been amazing. And to that, we're going to add our salt. I have a teaspoon of salt, and I'm using pink Himalayan salt. You can use whatever kind. Half a teaspoon of black pepper, and 2 cloves of garlic. And then you just incorporate that all in really well. All we're doing at this point are heating up the vegetables a little bit and waking up the spices just a smidge. And we're going to just do this for about 3 to 4 minutes. My veggies are looking pretty good. So to that, I'm adding 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. And I'm just going to stir this around, this flour, for about maybe 3 to 4 minutes, just to cook that rawness out of it. That's what's going to make our yummy, creamy sauce. My skillet's pretty hot because I have it on medium high still. Okay, now I'm going to add in my 3 cups of chicken broth. I boiled my chicken and made homemade broth, but you certainly can use canned broth or bouillon, anything you want to. It's your recipe, your kitchen, you do it however you want to do it, and that's perfectly fine. And then to that, I'm going to add in my 1.5 cups of heavy cream. That's what makes it yummy. Now we're just going to stir, stir, stir till it makes that yummy chicken pot pie filling mixture that we normally would get if we were using crust instead of pasta.
Or I would call it gravy.
Yeah, he would call it gravy. And this recipe actually calls for 2 teaspoons or tablespoons, I'm not sure, of thyme. But Roger does not care for thyme, so I decided to leave that out and just go with the salt, pepper, stuff like that, because sometimes you need thyme, sometimes you don't.
I just don't have time for time.
We're going to just keep on cooking this mixture until it reaches the consistency we're looking for. Y'all, this is so thick and creamy, and with the garlic cooking up in there, it smells like homemade Alfredo sauce and looks like it as well. I did taste test it, and right now it is spot on perfect, and I mean it is absolutely delicious. But I'm about to add in all this unsalted pasta and my 2.5 cups of chicken, so I'm going to go ahead and hit it with a little more salt and a little more pepper, and this is just to your taste. Stir it all up, and then slowly I'm going to start adding in my pasta. I can't wait to try this. It smells and looks amazing. We're going to give that a good stir, and I'm going to put my chicken in last just strictly because, I don't want to break it to death because I already sort of shredded it. I chopped a little bit, shredded a little bit. And then in goes the chicken. I'm not kidding y'all. This might be my new favorite dish. I don't know. I'll let you know. I don't know if if the camera's picking up all that creamy sauce. Now we're going to turn it OFF. And I'm going to just let it sit here a second. I'm going to put some up in a bowl and let Roger give it a taste test on camera.
I was able to find us a little bit of history. Here's what we've got. Think chicken pot pasta is just a modern internet trend. Well, the recipe might be new, but the history behind it goes back nearly 200 years, and it all starts with a big misunderstanding about the word pie. Back in the 1800s, Pennsylvania Dutch settlers made a staple dish, and they called it pot pie. But if you were expecting a buttery pie crust, you'd be surprised. They took thick, square homemade egg noodles and boiled them directly in a heavy iron pot with chicken broth, stewed meat, carrots, and celery. To them, the pot wasn't a pie or a dish, it was the actual vessel hanging over the hearth, and those dough squares were basically fresh pasta. Fast forward to the 1950s. Canned cream soups and boxed dry pasta hit grocery shelves, and home cooks started swapping out traditional pastry crust for egg noodles to make quick, comforting weeknight casseroles. Then came the 2010s. One pot cooking craze online. Food creators realized you could cook pasta right in the creamy chicken broth, peas, and carrots, delivering all that rich, old fashioned pot pie flavor in a fraction of time, no baking required. So when you cook up a pan of chicken pot pasta today, you're tapping into a 200-year-old American tradition. Little bit of history on the chicken pot pasta and chicken pot pie. So here's our finished product, and it looks and smells delicious, and I am ready to give it a try.
All right, guys. Roger's going to taste this for me and see what he thinks. I've already tasted it, and I think it's amazing. I did hit it with a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top just to make it even more over the top. But give it a taste and tell me what you really think.
All right, guys, here goes.
It's so creamy and cozy. It's cozy. It's like a hug, isn't it?
I'll tell you, I'm not really a huge fan of pasta dishes other than like spaghetti, but I have to say this is really, really good. It is definitely a comfort food, and guys, y'all need to make this. As I said in the first of the video, it's very trending on the internet right now. A lot of different recipes out there for it, but this one right here is a very good recipe. So I hope you'll make it for your family, share it with your friends. They'll love you for it. And
And I also want to say for you busy mamas who have to work and come home and feed your kids, once the prep is done, it's stove to table in 30 minutes. And if you pick up a rotisserie chicken, it'll even be quicker. So remember, there's no shame in using some helps like pre-done rotisserie chickens or whatever you want to do. Some people might even use canned chicken. I'm not a huge canned chicken person in my regular recipes, but as always, do you.
so again, make it for your family. And guys, we sure do appreciate y'all being here with us today. And we appreciate you watching our videos. We've got somewhere around 200 videos on the channel now. So if y'all haven't watched them, go back, look at them. We've got recipes for desserts, main dishes, side dishes. We've got our dirty recipes, the dirty grits, the dirty spaghetti, dirty cabbage sausage, just all kinds. We've got playlists on there so you can just watch the ones that you want to watch. So y'all go check that out. Also remember, we do have the Amazon store now and the Etsy shop. If you got time, drop by there, check those things out. We're trying to add more and more to it as time goes by. And again, we appreciate you.
Take care and God bless.